Every 5 seconds, a child dies from hunger-related diseases. More than 11 million children die each year from preventable health issues such as malaria, diarrhea, and pneumonia. 50% of women in developing countries lack proper maternal care, resulting in over 300,000 maternal deaths annually from childbirth. 98% of the world's undernourished people live in developing countries. 1 out of 6 infants are born with a low birth weight in developing countries. 1/3 of all child deaths in sub-Saharan Africa are caused by hunger. Who cares? We do. The Global Fund for Christ.
I had this vision, a big cloud of light, and a voice came and said, "Arise and establish a global fund for Jesus." I think the vision of the Global Business Roundtable is the holistic development of a person. We're looking at helping societies and communities and people in business and in the professions to do their businesses in a holistic way. And we appreciate that everything we have, everything we own, everything we are is because God put us here for a purpose.
The Global Fund for Christ works from its God-given mandate to do what Jesus Christ would do if he were physically among us.
He would take care of the poor, he would take care of the widows, he would take care of the sick, he would take care of those afflicted by wars, by diseases. So he would take care of all that are oppressed, that are suffering.
To fulfill its mandate, Global Fund for Christ aims to invest in high-impact projects in all developing countries and, where possible, partner with other organizations. The focus is on 6 key areas: education, healthcare, food security, job creation, prosperity and economic empowerment, and entrepreneurship.
When the fund has built a school, the teachers, the students, everybody will be told that the school has been built by the money from Jesus. And the focus will move away from people who contributed to the fund to God.
So, how do we fulfill this mandate? The Global Business Roundtable has a presence in more than 20 countries and envisages expanding its reach to 50 countries worldwide by March 2015. And this will become the platform for the Global Fund for Christ.
We really believe that the gospel of the Global Fund for Christ is a doing gospel, not a talking gospel.
The core of the Global Fund for Christ's work is people, volunteers who are committed to the vision and can mobilize resources to implement this vision. These are the Global Fund for Christ ambassadors.
These are the people that have committed themselves first to give to the Global Fund for Christ, but secondly, to speak about the Global Fund for Christ. In other words, to mobilize people and also to mobilize resources.
The Global Fund for Christ's mandate includes building schools, clinics, hospitals, old age homes, orphanages, and entrepreneurship centers. Yet, without funding, these initiatives cannot happen. At the 2014 GBR Prayer Camp, the Cash Mobilization Campaign was launched, with 400 members each pledging a monthly contribution to support the vision. We envisage millions of people around the world committing to give weekly or monthly to the GFFC vision and programs.
We launched the Cash Mobilization Campaign at our prayer camp in January this year. There were around 200 people who had attended the camp, and just more than 200. And we immediately, more than, I think, 130 people pledging to give.
The second campaign for shares, or equity mobilization, will be launched in 2015. This will once again appeal to companies to pledge a percentage of their shares to the Global Fund for Christ.
So the numbers is growing every day as we continue to get more people to give to the Global Fund for Christ for a long period of time.
The fourth leg of resource mobilization will be launched in 2016 and will focus on property, land, farms and buildings, which will be used by Global Fund for Christ to fulfill its mandate.
We mobilized people together to give on this inauguration fund of the Global Fund for Christ, which is set to change the destinies of many.
With your support, the Global Fund for Christ will be able to build a solid financial foundation, a foundation that will ultimately be used to improve the lives of thousands of people around the world. So, what can you do? How can you contribute to fulfilling the Global Fund for Christ mandate?
The call is to invite everybody who hears this message to pledge to give to the Global Fund for Christ. Because this is what he promised, that everybody who gives to the Global Fund for Christ would have partnered with him, and that if Jesus is a partner, your success is guaranteed. It is my belief, strong conviction that it will happen, that the Global Fund for Christ will be the largest fund in the face of the planet.
The Global Fund for Christ. We care. How about you?